folks, welcome back to Timberpunk and Timberborn. They're the same thing, I guess. Towards the end of the last video, I got most of all of the scrap taken out of the walls. Subsequently, some of you suggested I kept some of it in. Unfortunately, we're too late. I'm going to try and keep this middle piece, which would have been, I guess, the keep of the ruins of this fortress. To do that, we're going to have to be a bit clever about clearing some of the outside off, and to do that, well, not overly clever, I'm going to remove this piece. We're going to go around and delete the scavenger flags that we have, and we're going to put some in that can only reach in from the edges and grab the edge pieces, which, yeah, is not massively clever. Actually, it's just making use of pathing, essentially. So yeah, that's how we're going to do this thing. It might be kind of tricky to get some of it, but it'll do a thing. It'll do a thing. Those should all be set to be bots from the get-go, and I'm going to do the same over here, essentially, because we need the space in here. So yeah, and I'm going to start by deleting that one, and maybe that one. This may be a bad idea, but no. That'll work because it's further away. So I think essentially we can do kind of anywhere along here. Yeah, that'll be fine. So we'll get that going. The other thing that I want to do, so I was talking about being able to fill this more deeply. And I had the suggestion to put floodgates that are programmed to be opposite these, which will work, and we can now get up here. So we can grab this, put that there. I think that takes the name as well. No. So, but we can sort that out. We can put some floodgates here, which will allow us to fill it deeper. Actually, that won't matter, will it? Because if a bad tide comes, these will shut as these open. So that'll work fine. Yeah. I think that'll be okay. You know. Good idea. Well done, sir. So that can do that. And I think they can reach that now. So, yeah, that'll be fine. We might need to put something in for them to reach across here, but we can do that. What we can do, because I should have probably planned to build that first, is let's just put a big old bridge across there. And then we can get to there. That'll work just brilliantly. So that's that done. Over here, this should all be okay now. We'll see how it goes through the bad tide. Over here, we now have an amount of algae. We actually have quite a lot, but we're not actually doing anything with it. So we should address that as well. Yes. And can I... don't know if this is going to work. Not much depth is there? No, probably not. Where do we want to build those? Tubeway networks there. We could clear this off and put another tubeway over here. Let's do that. So let's ask them to blast all of that out, and let's come across here and put that there in preparation. Over here, this is filling, but not full, and probably won't be. But what we could do is, if we delete that guy, so I've had some suggestions of things to do. And one of them was to green the whole mountain. I think that's going to be pretty impossible, certainly challenging. And I'm not sure I particularly want to try and green the whole map. I think that would be a massive challenge. But what we could do, just wondering how we get rid of the contamination in here. Probably if we went, you're about to get blocked or deleted. Just to make it look nicer, basically. Here, like that, and then do irrigation barriers. That. Let's fill that in. Okay. Irrigation barrier. Gosh, like that. We can bring a ladder there, grab a bit of path from there, there. There is apparently a mod which might help with my gripe about copying things, which I have not installed yet because I was only reading up on potential options just before I started playing. So, yeah. Actually, that would be better as a ladder. So, go there, and we can go into there. That should clean up some of that contamination, which would be good. Equally, as the bad tide starts, I think we will. What's that from there? Probably not. We will replace that. You will put a double dynamite there, single dynamite along there. Delete that, being careful not to delete the retaining wall, which might have been nicer if I'd built it out of dirt, but you know. There we go. We might not have had sufficient spare dirt at the time. Oh, with what we've got at this point. I'm going to put those in there. You can't believe he's still making that stupid joke. Well, you must be new here. No, we didn't mean to press that or that. Get rid of that. Awesome. And we're probably going to need to put a path in to get to that. So, there. 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 Like that. That'll be fine. Good stuff. So I am planning, I think, to flood this once we've got the last of this scrap metal out. Just to go with the idea of greening more of this up. I think it'll look kind of cool. These we should plan to empty and remove. So let's do that. Empty. These should all be on empty. We want the space inside, and I need to start thinking about corners and doors and things, but you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. So let's pause. Let's delete you. Let's rename. Yes, you know, we can apparently. So contamination threshold is above 2, so we can do automate, and we can just click on the thing, which is awesome. So if we just do a quick unpause, repause, that is fine. We can get rid of you. We want a relay, which is you. You are going to be not you. Grab a couple of the double floodgates because they're higher. And build those. Have those be open for now. You platform. The whole clicking thing is very cool. I don't want to be lazy. So we go 3 and 1 and 0. So automate Bosch off 0 on 2. Yep. No, we don't press that key. We press the V key and paste you to there. And that should allow that to get deeper. Did I need to build taller ones? Maybe, but we'll see what that lets us do. That is very nice and full. That is now pausing, which is good. I probably want that to be on a range, to be honest, or much lower. It might still flash and whir away, but we'll see. Right, that's in. That's in. They're working on doing that, but that's going to take them quite a long time. So I think I'll back to that in a moment. Just in general, we should have that going on. That's now been done, which is cool, and we will come over here, mark that, grab you, bring you over here, get rid of you, get rid of you. Probably want to move that actually, so let's out to there, across to there. Let's then not delete the water wheel, just delete the path. And then food factories, go here, 1, 2's probably enough. Algae rations, get those built please. Paths in, and then we'll sort out the resources and the automation. Who's got nothing to do? You guys have nothing to do. Awesome. That means you've done your job. Good stuff. So let's pause you. They should ultimately get emptied. That's looking good. So that's ready to be filled with flood water or overflow water. So we can set that up in a bit. That's doing just fine. That is crying out to generate some power to me. Not that we need it, but, you know. Well, the game feels very juddery today. Very laggy. Anyway. Now you're going to be bots. Because we can. Let's throw a couple of charges there. And recipe-wise, you need storage. We'll do. Let's do a large algae rations. Big-ish canola oil, and then a small logs. Out large algae, and we'll do a large algae rations as well. So you are going to be algae set to obtain. You are going to be canola oil set to obtain. You are going to be logs set to obtain. You are going to be algae rations set to supply. And we then do the very quick bit of automation that prioritizes these. So if the output of algae is less than, let's go 50, prioritize it by haulers, save, duplicate, invert, save and close. That should mean that there is always a supply close for the worker. Same here. Oil. Let's just go 15. By haulers, save, duplicate, invert, save and close. Bosh, we'll do this one as well, even though I don't feel like it's not possibly necessary, but are a supply, and we'll manage that by supplying down to the bottom. Just very quickly, just a basic one. If district stock of algae rations is greater than, do that for now because we're going to do that another way. District capacity. This is how I do it. There might be other ways. This works for me. And then we do times 0.9. So we then discard that one, delete that one, duplicate that, invert it, and make that. That should say 0.9, not 0.8. Let's make that 0.6. Save. That 0.9. Save. So that keeps the stock between 60% and 90%. So we copy that, apply that to there. So that will fill that one up. So we then want to have down here until we move our beavers. Storage, small warehouse. There. For algae rations set to obtain, and then we just go quickly in here. If algae rations, let's go less than 20, prioritize by haulers, save, duplicate, invert. There we go. So they should self-manage the prioritization of that. Awesome. Let's do a quick update to this one because we've got a lot of mangroves now. These guys are essentially sat about doing nothing now. It's organic beavers, but we're a little bit short of those, so this will help. So what we're going to do is come in here and find mangroves. One, save. Come in here, find district capacity for mangroves. Save. We will get rid of you. Script. So if ready for search is greater than 1, we are resuming. So we want or. No, we want and. Because there needs to be space for the mangroves as well. So, and the district stock of mangroves is less than. Copy the capacity of mangroves times, and let's go 0.7. Save. So we can then discard both of those, delete them, duplicate that, invert it. So this then changes it to if there aren't any ready to collect or the storage is full. So we then need to edit this to be, change this number to be 90%. Let's save that, and then that should pause it. So then we go copy and apply that to the folks picking the mangroves up here, and that will free up some beavers for us. And then we want to be bringing mangroves down here for the beavers to eat. So let's come here. Obviously we're going to be moving this all soon, but you know, for now let's do that. Let's come in here. Let's do if output mangroves less than 15, prioritize by haulers, save, duplicate, invert, save and close, and that should keep that one full. So awesome. Right, that was a useful little piece of work to get done. Let's just have a look at this guy. So this is still very full. That's cool. This is doing its job. So I think, how full did this get? It got that full. Okay, brilliant. So let's come in here. Let's get a depth sensor. And I'm not actually sure how deep we want to set this yet. 6.5 might work. So let's go automate off of you. Change that to less than. And that should be fine. Now, we need enough water to flow out of the darn thing to fill this, but, you know, that's a different story. And a challenge for another time. So that should sort that out. That's got that sorted. Let's get rid of those. Let's get rid of those. And that'll be good. And we should probably tidy up some of these paths that we don't need as well. So let's get rid of you, get rid of you, rid of you, and you. Get rid of you. Am I worried about scrap metal? Not really. We've got loads of it. So if they can't get to that, it'll be fine. Delete there. Cool. Right. What do we want to tackle next? Logs. Let's delete. Let's start thinking about these corners. Let's use one of them to do the design. We can use this one because we can bring the path out and around. Because I only want to come one bigger. So that'll be fine. Let's delete you. Delete you. I'm going to delete those as well. For now, throw you can be planks. Okay, you put you there just so we can take up those spare planks, and I'm going to, having built this, delete some of it, and then pause for a moment so they don't try and get ahead of me. That's what beavers be doing. So is that, it's not square, is it? It's 4 by, that would be square. That'd be square. That would be square. Does it look weird? Because it's not. 3 by 3 better? Because I'm thinking we want to put monuments on top. Monuments, they're 2 by 2, 2 by 2. So these need power and are 3 by 3. They need power if we want them to work. Now we can bring power up from underneath. And make them 3 by 3. So that would mean that we get rid of all of that, get rid of all of that, get rid of all. And we then go there, go like that. So build that, build that, build something like that. And then run power up through to middle and put those guys on the corner. I think certainly at the front that'd look pretty cool. And then the plan is to have these be 3 high, and then maybe in the corners we have to do something else. Maybe the corner ones, the smaller corner ones, don't have monuments on them? Question mark. So if we deleted that, need to move that path. Put you there. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? That is a very good question. What is he thinking? He doesn't know. This is not playing into my skill set because this is more of an artistic type thing, mostly. And I'm autistic, not artistic. So, you know, that's very different. Maybe that. Up to there. problem is if I want to put one of these on, it looks kind of cruddy. But I don't think I want those on all four corners. But maybe these guys just have that, and taking some inspiration from JC and some stuff that he built. Building these is going to be a bit of a pain, but we do this and then we do something like that. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. Right, let's unpause. In here, before they get too far, I need to put one of those, and I'm going to make that a priority build so I don't forget it. Yeah. Yes, this is maybe going to take me a while to get built, but some of these things do take me a while. So this is annoying. So I think we swap things over. See what we could do is let's just go for the reason these are in decoration now, because you know, why wouldn't they be? We'll do some proper automation. That's really annoying. So these guys we could path to from here and get this corner built as well. So this is obviously going to need quite a lot of scaffold to support, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, we are fully stocked on all of that. Maybe we need another one of these guys. Oh no. Oh no. Did I get around to automating those? Well, it's not, the barrel's not full, so it doesn't really matter. Ah, that's been built. Right. So we are going to remove you. You are going to output irrig tank depth. That'll do. Signal irrig tank depth greater than 6.3, then pause. Yeah. Duplicate, invert, script. If it's less than 5.5, resume. Jobs are good. Depth is currently, I need to take off 4. Because it's on a 4 high platform. Well done for commenting that, folks. To save, because they only measure up to 3. So save and close. There we go. That's fine. It'll let it get a bit lower, but that's okay. We could tighten it up a little bit. Go 2. But that will resolve some of that problem. So they should work on getting that built now. And we've got a lot of the resources we need, but maybe not all of them. But we'll come back to that in a bit. Right, next project. I think we should start working over here on number 1. Clearing the trees out. The dead trees. Seeing as we're sitting on the best part of 8,000 logs, I'm kind of thinking the way we do that is the brutal way. Algae rations. Interesting. Yeah. Nope, can't do it. Storage. Where's a good place to build some storage for logs? That wouldn't be a bad place if I cleared out all that crud. Right. New side quest, folks. Be able to get to there and delete that as well. So, yes. Right, I believe you now are going to all be deleted. Hopefully you're empty. You are. Awesome. Let's start deleting these. Awesome. So those of you that are maybe curious about the headache situation, if you're not, I guess stop listening for a bit. It pretty much went away for about a day. I can't remember what day it subsided now. But then I had to go visiting. I didn't have to. I went visiting my family, and that kind of kicked things off again. The day has been spent recharging the drain of dealing with being around my family. So yeah, that was fun. It's not too bad today. It is what it is. We deal with it. We keep rolling on. So yeah. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a quick, very non-specific update to that in case people were curious. But yeah, let's tidy this area up a bit. We can't really blast down particularly because there's a cavern under here, but we can at least flatten this and then build up. So that's what we'll do. There as well, and take that out. Give us a nice flat area to work our way through. So let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. I could probably done that with the other bit as well, but, you know, get rid of you. Get rid of you, and that'll be much nicer. We'll plan to build some industrial piles here and here because we've got the tubeway just there, so that's pretty good. Why I don't have that path, probably because of stuff that used to be there, I guess, is why I don't have that path much neater, but you know. So you are going to be, come on game, you can do it. You are going to be logs. Spun around and also be logs, yep. By the time we've got these built, they'll probably be full, but that's what it is. You around, put you there, good stuff. So down here, so you have space for logs, so we want to put in lumberjacks, bots, 2 enough, 2's probably not enough. We will start off by deleting you so that we can connect everything up. We will grab the mark trees for cutting thingy and mark a load of them for cutting. Do that. Good stuff. Rid of you. Come on. Let's go check on this. This is looking pretty good. This is looking pretty good. We're all looking pretty good. Why do they come all the way across there to there? We need to expand our tubeway network significantly. Right, that's that sorted. Yeah, we need better tubewayage. Significantly better. Let's carry on tidying up these paths first, and then we will look at putting in more tubeways. I think get that done. You done. Let's head over here. So they've built up as much as they can. So now we need some form of scaffold. Let's do that. That. And that. This might be excessive in terms of resources, but we are not overly resource poor, so, you know. Fine, folks. And we'll recover a lot of it, so, yeah. Don't worry. We are a fairly rich beaver colony, so, you know. Do that, and then they can build a bunch of that. We put a triple there, they can build hopefully most of that stuff with some more ladders there. Let's do a bit of pathing there. There. And we'll see how they get on with all of that. those guys are just slowly plodding away at ripping stuff out, which is fine. Okay, so let's get rid of you. You. Careful not to accidentally delete the wrong thing. That's blocking bad water flowing. And if you're newish to the game, I'm doing that by looking when I let go that it's not telling me I'm recovering any resources. I hit delete on wanting just path. Or I'm getting the expected amount when I'm trying to delete something else that has more with it. Get everything tidied up. Cool. So they're starting to do a job, which is good. So you're there. You can be set to supply. And hopefully that way they'll move those to some of the others and the lumberjacks can work more closely with those. Should look at ripping that scrap metal out as well. But we'll get to that. All in good time, folks. So I think what we want to look at doing now is, where is the tubeway network? There. Okay. Tunneling. No, that's a power shaft. Tubeway. A4 stuff. Here. That. Yeah. I'm trying to get to over there. There. If I go through at that level, I'm going to expose one's self. So we will go down, pause the game for a second, come across, come up, check we're okay, back down, get the vertical tubeway, go there, go there, go there. That will not really do us, to be perfectly honest. So there. Okay, I think I've got that hooked up and I have done a bit more path tidying. So they should get that built and they should be able to clear up some more of the thorns as well, which I thought was useful. So I think in general we will work on thorn clearance as a nice side project. They filled up my log, and they have not filled up my log piles already, so that will be a useful addition to the tubeway network. And as we approach the end of the bad tide, we're actually in a good position to sort this out. So let's come over here. This is a nice spot for it, I think. In fact, here. So it's one less piece to dynamite out. So I think a 3 wide piece will be perfectly adequate. We'll just temporarily put that in there. Okay, they can't reach that now, so I'm just going to delete all of this and the corresponding debris that comes with it. I can get to that. Fair enough. Cool. Let's get rid of you and you. You can go. That mess can stay, I suppose, as a monument to panicking over stuff. All right, you. It's fine. And then what we're going to do is, you should want this to look kind of cooler. So we're going to use the throttling valves. We don't necessarily need them, but at this point, we can do things just because they look better. And I'm going to come in with these, and I'm going to come in with some impermeable floors. And we're going to cover all of it with impermeable floor. Then run a path over. So it doesn't. The impermeable floor is not to stop water going through. It's just to make it look like a structure. Is all. Yeah, that's just the purpose of it. No more than that. And then I guess what we can do is depth sensor to close these once this is full enough. And we might want to have a levee block there just to kind of focus the water in, because this has the potential to be too deep, and actually we need to blast out that ridge. It has the potential to be too deep. Alright, let's check we can. There we go. Because we want that to close. So, there. Less than. So, automate Bosch. So when it is on, the flow limit can be unlimited, and when it is off, the flow limit will be 0. So that is fine. That's going to fill to just below that level, which should be just fine, but we'll keep an eye on that. So that's set to 0.8. So they're set to 0.85, which is, again, fine. That should work together quite nicely. That is now connected up, allegedly. Let's just check. That's left over from before. Okay, yep, so they're just working on those. Vertical tubeway. You're just a tubeway. I put the wrong ones in. We need to. This is the classic mistake that I made before. Tunneling. You don't need to go there. So in fact, we can just use this guy now. Because we've made the hole. Now I knew this would happen. Because I did that while I wasn't fully paying attention. Anyway, it's not the end of the world. I think in future when I'm doing those, I should blast down to them first. Anyway. How are we looking? Most of our food is pretty full. Corn rations could be better, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Yeah, anyway. These guys are doing a solidly good job. I'm going to delete that for now. I think if I put stairs there, they should be able to build most of that. And if I delete that and put them there and grab a couple of pieces of path, they can then get down there and build all of that. And we can then come back to more stuff in a bit. So next thing I think we're going to do is, I should have built this underground. There is maybe the potential that I still need to build a gigantic underground scrap metal storage. Anyway, what I should have done is, where are the ladders? The ladders are there. So you to be ladders, pathage, B for copy, obviously, because what other letter would it be, you know? We get even more scrap metal. Job's good. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Get that done. They're getting that done, which is great. I feel like I probably will want to put a tower, because I can't think of the right word at the moment, about halfway down here as well, just to kind of reflect to this. Maybe at the same point here. Because it's a long straight wall and it feels to me like it would have a weakness in it. So this would help address that weakness. Yeah. Right, so this is now filling up because this is filled up very quickly, but that's fine because that's what we want. We just need to keep an eye and make sure that nothing bad happens. In fact, I'm just going to go digging in here. Make sure, yep, closed, closed, closed. So we are okay, I believe. And that's obviously going to add a lot of potential greening to the map. Yes, it adds evaporation, but we have a big excess of water on the map at this point. So mainly because I'm limiting the beaver population, which seems to not be a problem. So that's fine. And if we need to, we can always put some mechanical pumps in to move this back into here to recondense the water supply. So that's fine. This is working over here. This is doing what we want. So that's cool. Got 3 more days. Will this fill in 3 more days? I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it will because it's only got to go up a tiny bit more and it will start overflowing. but it's doing what we want it to do. And in a drought, this will stay the same, so that should be okay. So yeah, we can actually fill this, which is pretty awesome. And it looks like we can fill this as well, which is also pretty awesome. Did they get this connected up? Yes. Excellent. So that should be better for our builder bots, which is good. And I got them to clear this out as well, which is also pretty nice. So we can now delete this path. All right, how are we doing over here? This is filling up, but, you know, not mega quickly, but not awful. So I think the next job to tackle, probably next video, is this, because this takes quite a bit of work. I have tackled this in the past, and it's predominantly a war of fighting your way to this. As a precursor to that, what we're going to do is, and this is a good spot to do it from, come over here, and we're going to just deal with this bad water seep. Just because it's a little bit of a pain. Get rid of that. We'll get rid of that tree. Put you there. That will get that closed off. A whole load of deleting planned up here, which is cool. We can get rid of that as well. U, so I did there, U, because it uses the U key. I know I'm really funny. U, did it again, U. And then what we want to do is these guys across there, like that. Put floors. There. So this is just my preferred way of dealing with these on this particular map. No, dirt. On different maps, you might want to do something different. That's not what we want to do. On irrigation barriers, then, just to kill off that. There we go. That'll be that dealt with. Now, it's not going to stop the fact that this guy over here is overflowing, but what it at least means is the river will dry out, and the riverbed doesn't have thorns in it, so using the riverbed to get to this is about the quickest way. Because then you can work your way mostly through trees to seal this. Yeah. But that's the plan. That's the plan for that. Oh, get rid of that thorn that's in the way. This guy's sealed up. The copy, there we go. So that's that dealt with. There might be a little bit of seepage down here. I'm not sure. But okay, we'll come back to that. this is full. Nice. How's it looking through the other areas? That is pretty perfect, I think. So, yeah, pleased with how that's working out. So we got that done. I guess we can't build up into there at the moment. So let's throw one of those there. That'll let us build that. We'll get rid of that now. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Copy that. Put that there. That can be our thumbnail so that you didn't see everything that we planned for the day. That would be kind of cool. It'd be useful to get power into here as well, because we're going to need power for some of the well-being stuff anyway. You go there. Yes, it's pretty basic, but it's going to do a job, folks. It's going to do a job. That's kind of all we need it to do. Nice. Right, that's the drought started, and we ended up with that full. Nicely full, actually. I like that. That's pretty good. That full as well. As we go into a 30-day drought. So, yes. Something that there might be benefit in doing. Makes me slightly regret. We can deal with this a smarter way. That all of the way, annoyingly. Gosh. That. Which it doesn't quite reach. So I think what we want to do, actually do it. Pause that and stop those for a second. Because they can reach off the side, can't they? Otherwise I'm going to make it way longer. How they're coming around all of that, I don't know. I guess maybe they got path before I deleted the bridge. We do that. So then your doubles. So that means you would be 4s. So let's put that and then triples. Would make you 4, 5, 6, so 2 triples. I believe. I think this will be the last job for today. For that district. Right. Have we filled these up? Not yet. Okay. Go there. So we've still got an awful lot of scrap metal to pull out of this. So you can go, you can go, you can go. That mess of pathing in the middle can go. Guess probably we want some sort of path. That you can go. You can go. You are being built. You need gears and map blocks. Okay. Just wondering, do we still have storage for gears in this district? We're going to need them, so let's throw them there. But yeah, so we'll have another one of these on this corner and one at each end. Maybe one there as well, because it's a major corner. Not sure. We might do one of these little jobbies on this corner. And then for these, I think we're going to do something that involves the smaller monuments. But I think we'll have both on each side. That can go now because they're building that from below. So that's okay. Cool. What are we doing over here? Ah, this. So boom, boom. Boom. Yeah, and then that should just be some triple explosives. There. This side we need single explosives. The idea being that then if we need to, we can do that, and then we will throttling valve there, unlimited flow rate. The idea being that we can put a deep mechanical pump here. And it doesn't matter that we need to raise it up because got enough depth. And we'll be controlling it anyway. But if this side evaporates too much, we can move water from this side to this side. And we've got power in loads of places to sort of bring power over. So that'll be fine. I guess we probably want to have it so this shuts during non-water producing times. It's a technical term, I believe. Right, let's run you down to there. Get rid of that. Grab you. Bung you there. Get rid of you. Demolish you. Good. It's interesting that they're coming down from there rather from there. Guess it's ever so slightly closer. You are connected, aren't you? Yep. I suppose we should make use of all the stuff under here at some point, but, you know. One job at a time, folks. One job at a time. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. I think we've done some good things. Someone asked me for a list of things that I had left to achieve. I don't have such a thing. Because I'm not sure what is on the cards, really, folks. This did pretty well. This did pretty well. So we're going to deal with this because it's messy. This looks better. We're going to finish the fortress and move the beavers, obviously. That might take a little bit of work and a little bit of time still. We've got this area now to look at, and there is also under here. Which I'm certainly interested in hooking up the aquifer, because I believe that's not connected to what we're doing, but it might look kind of cool to have that running and maybe capture some of that water. So we've got that to look at still, and we've got the area under here to look at still. So things to do still, folks, things to do. And I liked the suggestion that one of you had to start adding in some more natural green areas. And I think maybe some of this is a good candidate for that. We've got these big slabs of kind of dead, which I think we could look at doing something with. And maybe we can make use of this water for the irrigation of that, because it's going to just sit there doing nothing otherwise. So, yeah, that's kind of a thought. It's kind of a thought. We'll maybe see if we can re-green through this lot with like some natural planting. But that's it for today. So hope you enjoyed it. As always, comments, questions and suggestions are welcome. I'm a bit slow in dealing with them lately, but I do still read them all and try and respond. Thank you to patrons and the YouTube panel members, and yeah, I'll see you all next time.